To recognize the success and loyalty of partners who have been with us for the long haul, we at Autodesk wanted to turn the spotlight on our partners who are celebrating 25 years as members of the Autodesk Partner program. I'm Ralph Bond for Autodesk, and one of the stars of this silver anniversary is Roberta Lum of CAD MicroSolutions in Canada. Established in 1984, CAD MicroSolutions has been delivering the highest standard of excellence in design automation throughout Ontario. They provide design automation software, training, consulting, and software development services for architectural design and building engineering, civil and infrastructure engineering, mechanical design, manufacturing, and industrial design. What follows is a phone conversation with Roberta Lum, who is the founder, principal, and an account manager for CAD MicroSolutions. In the conversation, she discusses her company, their experiences being an Autodesk partner, and her view of the future ahead.
Roberta, before we talk about your experiences being an Autodesk partner for 25 years, tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, CAD MicroSolutions started in September of 1984 in my bedroom, and the dress code at that time was pajamas because there seemed to be no reason to get out of pajamas, just go from your bedroom to the office. And it's very interesting now, 25 years later, having to, wear don a suit on and go to work. Your question's very difficult to answer just because there's been so many changes that the company has gone through in terms of our first employee. When we finally made that big decision, and I thought we were going to go under, moving from the bedroom and moving into a real office, that was a big move and a big decision for CAD MicroSolutions. And just slowly acquiring employees, again, big moves for a small company. But it's just been great because we're here. We're still here after 25 years through a lot of slow times and a lot of good times.
And maybe tell us a little bit about your company today, how you've grown and their client base and what you're doing today.
In the early days, of course, in 1984, there was only AutoCAD. And it's been great being a part of Autodesk to see the evolution of not just AutoCAD software, but the suite of products that's now available. So we currently now, our staff, we have people supporting the Civil 3D software. We have people supporting the Revit architectural software and the Revit structural software. So just the suite of products that has evolved over the course of time has been very exciting.
I think our listeners would enjoy hearing what the market was like 25 years ago when your company became an Autodesk partner. I mean, all those years ago, that was during the beginning of the CAD software scene on personal computers. Share with us a little bit, what was the technology like and what were customers doing way back then?
Way back then in 1984, as I said, it was a very, very exciting time because if you could draw a line and dimension it, that was a big deal. On a microcomputer. AutoCAD then was based on a twin floppy system. So if you wanted to draw a line, you put in one floppy. If you wanted to edit it, you literally got a voice message that said, take out floppy 1 and insert floppy 2. As I said, so just seeing the software and how it's evolved is pretty amazing. And in the early days, when it was a very small company, everything, a single seat, was very, very exciting, and it was, yes, we got it, one more, right? And I think that excitement of getting that one-seat deal isn't there today. Now, if you get a 20-seat deal, it's pretty exciting, but back in the early days, it was just, you were breaking new ground.
Roberta, what has been the best part of being an Autodesk partner for 25 years?
The best part, again, having repeated myself, is just being part of that revolution into the software hardware market, from faxes, which were totally unheard of, to the internet age, to 64-bit computers, being a whole part of that exciting time in history has been the most exciting part.
Roberta, again, as you reflect back on 25 years, is there one memorable event in that relationship with Autodesk that particularly stands out?
I do have one memorable event, which happened again in the early days, where everyone worked together to try and get the sale. And that was when the regional sales manager for Canada had come up, and I needed an extra person to help me install a plotter. And the then regional manager actually went on site to introduce himself and said, this is the kind of service the end user could speak from Autodesk, meaning they do hardware installation, software installations, and we're all part of an intimate team. That's a pretty funny and a fond memory for me.
Roberta, certainly the past 25 years have been a roller coaster of good times and bad times. Right now, the world's in a slump, to say the least. As you reflect on these 25 years and where you are currently, what are some of the things that have made your company successful, a survivor in this environment?
I think that over the course of the years, weathering the different storms, it's branching out to embrace new opportunities that Autodesk has offered, becoming authorized, for the Revit architectural line, becoming authorized for the Civil 3D line, and not just staying on the AutoCAD platform. So that has certainly helped us broadening our product offering. The other thing that, of course, has made us successful is when the going gets tough, you got to buckle down and make more telephone calls and work harder to survive. So instead of saying, oh, well, it's a bad market, there's nothing I can do, when in fact it's a good market, it's time to recharge and regroup and think of a different approach to selling software solution. And the best approaches, of course, is now it's a slow time. It's the best time for a company to look at new technology. You now have the time.
Roberta, what would you say in general about your partnership with Autodesk?
Over the past 25 years, in order for a company to survive that long, and 25 years in the IT industries like geological time, you had to be partnered with a company who shared mutual goals, mutual respect, and mutual understanding. And your partner also had to be a leader and an innovator in the industry. And we had that with Autodesk, and it's made both of us very, very successful.
Whenever I have a veteran like yourself, Roberta, on the phone, I always love to ask this question. You've had this rich, multi-decade experience in high tech, but as you peer into the crystal ball and imagine where we'll be in 25 years from now, what kinds of things do you think might change in our business?
Well, in the 25 years that we've had so far, we've seen an Autodesk product that was a rudimentary 2D drafting, and now the new product offering is offering full 3D parametric. So any change in one aspect will change something else. So is it entirely impossible that you could? Are we there where you can just hit the button and have your whole design come up? I don't think so. That it's an impossibility. I think if you, at one time, you will be able to model the geometry and the whole design will be incorporated for you.
For more information about CAD MicroSolutions, visit www.cadmicro.com. And for more about the Autodesk Partner Program, visit www.autodesk.com/resellers.